Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Um, Starting with Scorpio because last week that's where I was. So I'm gonna do something extra for Scorpio and Sagittarius. I just haven't thought about what it might be yet. Maybe I ask about like a person or something. Something extra. But we're gonna get right into what I got for you for your meditation. Okay. I'm feeling an emotional purging for you, Scorpio. I feel like it's just one of those days. Like I was hearing that song again. Like I get that song for y'all all the time. It's just one of them days that a girl goes through, and when I'm angry inside, I don't want to take it out on you. But anyway, just one of them days tends. Well, I feel like you're going to be tending to small things. What sends you in the mood to begin with? Since you always end up in the mood of just one of those days, I think you're going in to tackle or see, well, what puts me in that mood to just have one of those days to begin with. I feel like you're going to be going in and assessing it in order to fix the part of where that sends you, the part of your day that sends you to have one of those days. I was hearing, personally, I don't feel like you're being sensitive enough. I feel like this was a Scorpio telling this to somebody that they're dealing with. I feel like you don't feel like the person that you're dealing with is sensitive enough. Okay. I feel like you're telling this person, cleaning this shit out ain't easy for me. But you just not letting up. So I feel like somebody's applying pressure to you, like standing on your neck with the pressure, and you just need to breathe just for a second. And I feel like this person, they love you, so they're not letting up. They're working hard on you so you can get through to this. But they might just be pushing you just a little bit too hard, and you probably just they're about to feel it for pushing you way too hard. You about to let them know some stuff, okay? But I feel like the person that you're dealing with that's pushing you too hard is your biggest critic, and you want them to give you a break. And I feel like when you communicate that to them, you want to be careful how you say it, because it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Keep in mind that this person is pushing you really hard, but it's not because that they don't care, or because they are not sympathetic. It's because they do care and they do love you and they want to help you through it. But you have to let them know that, yes, I appreciate your help and I'm glad you want to help me through it, but I have to get through it the way I need to, not the way that you feel I need to. So I feel like you've been dealing with a lot, Scorpio. You've been purging out things that have been in your way to keep you from conquering this whole love story that you've been trying to get. So, yeah. This is called an emotional purge, and I'm hoping that your person, they understand where you're coming from, because if not, they asses might get purged too. Because you in the movement, you in the purging zone. Where this week for you is about an emotional purge, but it's also about this person that is pushing you. Sorry about that. I've been listening to my videos, and when I bang the cards on the table, it be too loud sometimes. So I'm sorry, because that's not my intentions. Just like your person pushing you hard, that's not their intentions, but it happens that way. So communication is just the key. All y'all gotta do is sit down, hash it out, talk about it. So that little extra spread on your person this week might help you out. I'm gonna do one for you and for Sagittarius, because I didn't make it to y'all read last week. I got a whole bunch of personal shit come up, and I know all about the emotional purge shit. It ain't nothing you can stop. It's inevitable. I be even like, when I go through stuff, I gotta take time out, for myself. So that's why I mainly want to stay on my schedule, because if my readings are done and out by Monday, come Wednesday when I'm going through something, You know, if Wednesday's the day I'm going to be going through something because of something's coming up and it's time for me to let it go or whatever the case may be. If my readings are done and finished on time on Monday, then I won't have to worry about the fact that something came up on Wednesdays in my way because I didn't finish my shit. But that's all stuff I'm working on within myself, okay? So, yeah. But let's just see what we got out here for you this week. The normal 9-card spread for Scorpio, please. What messages do we have for Scorpio? What is it? This for Scorpio. Okay. What messages do we have for Scorpio? We got me a little cold going on, y'all. But I still need to get my messages out here. Hey, 9 of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles. Reverse. So 9 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, reverse. What else we got for Scorpio? Okay. The Emperor. But then the 7 of Pentacles came out in reverse. So it's like you went from 9 to 8 to 7, but the 8 and 7 are both in reverse. What else we have for Scorpio, please? The Queen of Cups. And the Knight of Swords. 3 more cards out here for Scorpio, please. More. Well, they gave me a 3. But we got this Ace of Wands on the bottom. Fast communication. 8 of Wands and the Ace of Wands. That's a 9 of Wands. With the 6 of Wands under there. And the 2 of Wands. That's a lot of Wands. With the Knight of Wands. And the 7 of Wands and the 9 of Wands. Why is all Wands on the bottom of this? All Wands on the bottom. I feel like it's about to get good. It's passion, it's communication, it's fast movement. It's everything all in one here. Working on that. Just 1 second. Like, sorry about that. My little nose is feeling runny. Okay. Anyway, let's see what these Ace of Wands. Whatever all of this is happening is good. Okay. It might not feel good. You know, some point it might feel good. Some point it might not. Some point you might feel like you had enough and you work, but you want to keep moving so you can get through it. Okay, but then we have the Devil in reverse coming out with the 5 of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the 7 of Swords, and the 6 of Cups. Just 1 second. Damn cat scratching at my damn carpet, y'all. I'm trying to keep her out off of that, doing that, control that. Okay, but anyway. So, we have, let's start with the past 3 cards we got out here. The 9 of Pentacles. Okay, I feel like, I feel like this is what you dealt with, like the energy you were dealing with in the past, okay? Where that's why I just always feel like one of these days for you, because some days you see the fruition, you got the light at the end of the tunnel, you want to put the work into it, you were feeling like you're seeing some progress, some harvest from the seeds that you planted. Then other days it's like, well, I'm not putting in any work for whatever reason. I don't want to work on it. I don't want to do this. Oh, well, I see this could be possible and I see this happening and I'm going to do it. Oh, well, I don't want to work on it. But then I want to take charge of it. Okay, so it's a lot of back and forth going on here in this past energy where it's like, okay, well, I see the fruition and I want to take charge. But then again, I don't want to put the work into this just in case, you know, I end up back assessing, reassessing, and this person all of a sudden decides that they're going to, you know, move on, or all of a sudden decides that they don't want to do this anymore. But it's you. It's like you refusing to put the work in. This is you bringing that energy to the... Just a second. Stop it, kitty. You bringing that energy to the current situation. I'm going to get you. No. So you bringing that energy to the current situation where it's just like, I've assessed, I thought about it, I really don't want to put the work into it. And yes, I got a lot of love here, but I just all of a sudden feel like I don't know if I want to put no work into it. Okay, then we got on advice or outcome, just like the devil there in reverse. Okay, so it's like you, this conflict. Okay, I feel like this is you overcoming it. Okay, where you're overcoming the times where you feel defeated, or where you feel afraid, or where you feel that you're not sure if you want to put the work into this or you don't. Okay, I feel like you realize that causes deception in the situation, so you cut it out. This whole Five of Swords back and forth, in and out behavior. I feel like you realize that was attached to devil, low vibrational, so you decided to cut that out. Okay, because you've realized you was deceiving yourself and deceiving your partner, and you really don't want to do that. Okay, because you really do feel a deep connection with this person, and you really do love them. You do really want to have this part of this beginning with them. This passionate. You want them to be a part of your destiny, a part of your path. Okay. You don't want to deceive them. So I feel like that you're working hard, okay, to come out of the conflict, to cut it off, to move past it. But I feel like it's a lot of communication taking place, because I feel like it's some things you had problems with as well, that you are acknowledging. And I feel like that both of you guys are laying cards out on the table, laying things out on the table, so that everything can be out in the open. So when you guys go to move forward, it's not going to be any problems, okay? What is this Nine of Pentacles here for the Scorpio? It's been a back and forth game for you for a while, though. A roller coaster of emotions. But I feel like this final purge is going to be good for you. And I feel like that you realize, you start noticing, instead of arguing and fighting, people are communicating or saying, okay, well, this don't work for us, so we got to do it like this instead. Nine of Pentacles. Why is that here for the Scorpio? Nine of Pentacles. Then we have the Princess of Wands coming out here in the reverse. And it's like at some point somebody lost hope, or they lost the interest, the passionate interest that they once had in seeing this thing coming to fruition, because of the back and forth, the lack of work, putting in the work and then not not working and then taking control, not working and taking control. And this it has put a lack of excitement or inspiration or hope on the situation. So somebody's no longer having as much hope as they used to. What we have on this Eight of Pentacles reverse. They don't have as much hope as they used to. Okay, they're not holding on to the fact that they're not holding on to hope anymore. Like as much as they were. Okay, like this is somebody holding on at some point, was really holding on to fruition, holding on to the hope of the situation. But the more that you or somebody else begin to not put work into the situation, and then work on it, and then not work on it, and then they stop holding on to it with the strength attached to this Eight of Pentacles in reverse. They stop holding on to it. They released the grip that they had on. What's this Emperor? Like at one point they probably had, this strong urge that they really held on tight to the possibility that y'all would work something out, or work on something, for future, work on something to invest in, work on something to have, to be had, to be trusted, to be held, to be possibly turned into a marriage. But then this person started feeling like, they don't know if they can trust you. It seemed deceptive, because then 1 minute you all in and 1 minute you not. So they lost hope, and they lost strength in hoping for the situation that you will ever commit, or this will ever be something that they commit, or something that they can build on, invest in, trust. They lose hope. That was them in the past, losing hope. Okay, because they see the potential, some of it, but they refusing to see it completely. That's why only a portion of this Pentacles being shown, and they're holding back. Like They're thinking like, should I miss the opportunity? Should I not? Like, yeah, it's a little happiness, and yeah, I want to bring it back around, but I don't want to end up back in this position where I'm assessing and reassessing, which says that here because we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody not wanting to work because they don't want to end up back in a situation where they got to assess and reassess or feel whatever they're feeling. Seven of Pentacles reverse. Why is that here for Scorpio? Seven of Pentacles. Why is that here reverse for Scorpio? And they gave me 3. Okay. So the Prince of Wands. Okay, so this is like, okay. There's the hope right there in the reversal of the Seven of Pentacles. So it's like, yeah, what the hope is non-existent, basically, because this person feels like the hope is wrapped in this, okay? Now, if this is in the reverse, so is the hope. The hope, there is no hope when this is in the reverse. When this is upright, that's when hope is present, okay? Because they say, okay, well, this person's assessing. They're holding on a little bit more. They're thinking about it. They're putting in the strength to think. But with it in reverse right here, this person is not so sure. They don't see anything. They don't feel anything. They're not doing anything because they're not working on anything stable. They don't feel like they have anything stable to work on. Okay? They feel like it's all conflict. Okay, and they feel like it's all stuckness, mental imposing, right? Okay, they feel like that it just makes them stuck, makes them recalculate their steps. They don't feel like it's nothing stable here. What is this Queen of Cups here for Scorpio? Queen of Cups. And why is the Knight of Swords here? Knight of Swords for Scorpio. 10 of Swords on the bottom. 9 of Wands. That's going through a lot. Headed to an ending. Being wounded, but still headed there. Okay, let's see what we got first on this Queen of Cups. Okay, because I feel like this is the mutual love that you and this person share for each other. Okay, yeah. And as I say that, I was guided to look at the 2 puppies. The 2 puppies on the ground. Look at that. I've never noticed that she has 2 puppies on the ground by her. And they have an equal amount of love, both of them. They both love each other equally. Or they both have an equal amount of love for this lady. So the love that you guys possess is equal. Okay? It has the potential to be a balance in the future. Okay? I feel like all of this is to conquer the balanced state of this relationship so that when you head off to the future, when you sell and your ships come in, that you are not trying to figure out how to balance the situation. How can we communicate properly? How can we do this and how can we do that? I feel like you're realizing all the tools you have, okay, and manifested with them all of a sudden, just out of nowhere. It's just happening to you, okay, where you just decide that you overcome the conflict because you realize that communication is so much better. You overcome not feeling like you don't have everything you need to be successful in this new beginning, and you start taking charge as the emperor. Okay, so I feel like this energy coming in is really good for you. It's going to shove out all the old, nasty, wounded energy, okay, and bring in the energies where you see the light at the end of the tunnel, where you're in your truth and possibly cutting out what don't serve you and standing in your truth is what brought you here to begin with, like releasing the toxic energy from the devil. Why is this devil here reversed for Scorpio, please? Because you got to remember, you guys are a fixed sign. Like, y'all kind of don't be wanting to change. And sometimes y'all do, but it's just like y'all so fixed and stuck in y'all ways. It's just like, but you realize you love this, okay? Devil reverse, clarify with the 2 of Cups. This is your love. You're coming out of toxicity. You're coming out of your set ways to have this 2 of Cups because you really love this person. And you realize that it's all just a fear and it's just basically been portrayed on this whole connection, and you love this, okay? You want this. You want this 2 of Cups. You want this beginning. You want this love. You want this contract. And you're willing to do what it takes and even come out of the devil energy. Come out of your fear. Overcome your fear. Even though you might not know where this is going, you love it. You feel a lot of love for it. It's your wish, what you hope for in a connection. So you're going to do it. Regardless of fears, regardless of inner conflict that you're dealing with, you're going to be cutting a lot of shit down because you're going to get this regardless of what you feel or what's in your way. You got your sword and you ready. Why is the 5 of Swords here for Scorpio? Fix the knot. I'm on my way. That's what you're saying. Okay, so we have one pop out for this Five of Swords. Okay. And then we got the Hermit on the bottom. Could be dealing with a Virgo. But this person experienced, they've been through a lot of experience, okay? Experience taught them a lot. But now that they're done experiencing and learning, they can let this go and release, okay? Release. Six of Swords. That's moving from the Five of Swords to the Six of Swords, where you move from conflict to calmer waters because you have figured out how to overcome the conflict. Overcome the conflict in order to make it communication, okay? Overcome the conflict so that we could just have a talk. So we could just talk about where we're going before we get lost. You know, okay, so basically it's just like you're done, Scorpio. It's like, okay, we don't need to fight no more. I'm not even about to fight with you no more. I'm not even about to argue because I realize to overcome this conflict, when we going back and forth, all we got to do is have a conversation. And that's how we take this thing in calmer waters, to just communicate. We cut out the conflict so we can have a conversation. So we can communicate. Why is the Queen of Swords here for the Scorpio, please? I never felt like this before. I apologize if I'm moving too far. Queen of Swords come out to clarify the Queen of Swords. Can we just talk? It's communication. Can we just talk? Talk about where we're going. I like that. You strategizing, standing your ground to get your wish. You could be dealing with a Pisces. There you go, but there's that, but there's that beginning, that Ace of Wands with the Ace of Wands on the bottom. That's what you're doing. You're aligning with your destiny, and it was written in the stars. So that's why it's happening the way it's happening. It was supposed to, and you finally understand that. What else can we get on this Queen of Swords besides the Queen of Swords? I apologize if I'm moving too far. Can we just talk? Can we just talk? Talk about this Queen of Swords. What's this Queen of Swords? Started off right. I can see it in your eyes. I can tell that you're wanting more. What's been on your mind? There's no reason we should hide. Tell me something I ain't heard before. Oh, I've been dreaming about it. Hey, I like that song. Anyway. So coming out, we got the Queen of Swords, okay? She stands in her truth. She communicates. She cuts off what don't serve her. And what you realizing has not been serving you is this conflict, retreating from the situation and coming back, arguing and doing it back and forth. So what you're deciding is that we're gonna just talk. Can we just talk? Anyway, y'all gonna be communicating. Communicating. Ain't gonna be no retreating. You're done retreating. You're done working, going back and forth and all that deceiving shit. You just gonna sit here and you're gonna talk. You're gonna communicate. You're gonna talk about where we're going. We're gonna talk about what we're working on, where we're going. We're gonna talk about what we gonna heal and what we gonna put the situation, what we gonna put the work into. We're gonna talk about the past. And we're going to talk about the times I made you feel like I was deceiving you. It's all about, we all better talk about everything because talking goes such a long way. Why is the Six of Cups here, please? For the Scorpio. And I feel like due to the emotional purge that you've been doing, purging out, you're able to just talk. Like he said. Can we just talk? It's purging. Like, it's all logic. It's a lot of logic here. It's probably love, but I feel like this is you bringing up the logic to be equal to the emotion. And that's why it's making more sense to you, because this is a balanced decision between head and heart. And when you bring head in to balance out with heart, you realize, like, oh, this is what makes sense. This is how I overcome conflict and move forward with my person that I love, that I got this deep connection with. Six of Cups. Okay, you want to overcome the conflict and move forward is what this says to me with these two cards here. To move towards to your love connection, okay? And how do you do that? By taking this leap of faith that stresses you out, okay? That says you to assess. But you're in a cycle. That's why you do it. How you do it, by ending this cycle. And what is this cycle? Why is this Chariot and Five of Swords here, please? I feel like the cycle is when you don't know how to overcome conflict, when you don't know how to move forward past conflict, when conflict becomes a block in your road. Like, I feel like that's over. You figuring out how to get past this conflict, how to get around to get through it, something. And I feel like it's all about communication. You've been enlightened with the star card. And justice is here to balance out the scales behind one small decision that you made out of being unconfused, okay? Or vice versa. Yeah. That's what y'all gonna talk about. Because this is how this person seen you. This is how they looked at you when they was viewing you behind the Seven of Swords. Now that'll make anything hard. So then boom, when they view you like that, look, it's easy for them to cover that cup up and not want this. Okay, but the Ace of Wands out here, so it was written in the stars, okay? It's inevitable. That's what you're having a hard time moving past. You're having a hard time moving past this person looking at you deceptively, like you're not here emotionally, like you're unavailable for them, and that you're really bullshitting, overindulging, maybe using them for something. So they're scared. They're not giving in just yet to this. This is what y'all working on. This Ace of Wands is where you headed. Now, what is this Seven of Swords? Because you got to think of something. There's got to... Seven of Swords. This is how the person got there, because they feel like they're looking at you like you really ain't in it. My stomach is growling a lot. What else we got on this Seven of Swords? Oh, something's flipped right there. You could definitely be dealing with a damn Pisces. Seven of Swords. Why is it hit the Scorpio? And then we got the Ten of Cups on the bottom. Ten of Cups on top of the Devil. And I feel like that's you. And then we got the Wheel of Fortune with the Empress. Yep, that's you wanting to bring this thing around without the Devil in it, because you realize how happy this makes you. And you have to bring it back around and leave the Devil out. So you got your tunnel vision on, okay? You got your deep emotions, and you guess what your tunnel vision is? A reconciliation. But you look at him in that card. He got this tunnel vision on. He got that microscope, and he focused. You focus on the reconciliation. That's what your tunnel vision is focused on. A reconciliation, and you have secrets. And that might not be the worst thing. Okay, not that it's a bad secret. It means that you got secret plans. And while you're using this tunnel vision, you're not telling nobody what your secret plans are. So it heads you to this reconciliation, but you definitely are doing it. It's inevitable. It was written in the stars. It makes you happy, and you're overcoming. You're conquering fear to get to your happiness. And I don't think you're telling people how you're going to do it. And even though this person might be looking at you like you are not their wish fulfillment like you thought they was, and you are emotionally unavailable, so you're not it, I feel like you got a surprise for their ass. King of Cups reverse, Nine of Cups reverse. For Scorpio. King of Cups reverse and the Nine of Cups reverse. Why is that here for Scorpio? Look on the bottom again. Your happiness. You are overcoming. That's what this is. You're going back to have something, to have a new go around. That's something that you presented as toxic in there that made you happy. You want a brand new beginning with it. That's what it was after a stuck time of being wounded. That's what you want. You want to bring this, spin it back around, because you want to have a brand new beginning, a brand new passionate beginning, and it's fast. So you want to be appreciated. You realize this person appreciates you, so you want to appreciate them back, and you have made a decision here. Decision to what? To charge it here passionately. Stand your ground. To stand up and fight for this, because this is your wish. Even though you don't confused and you're not really sure where it's going, you want to balance out the situation with the Temperance card and the Two of Cups. You want, and the Justice card. That's a whole lot of balance, because you want to come out of the code. Okay? You thought about it long and hard, and you may have been stingy, but you want to marry this person. Boom. That's all of the whole story is being told right there. Boom. Okay, so we got to get something else. We got to do something special for you. Let's clean all this up and do a little, excuse me. Let's do a little extra spread for you. And this is going to be for me making it up to you from last week. Some of y'all don't even like long readings, but whatever. If you don't, you can cut it off here. If you like, this is me. This is my peace offering. My peace offering. My peace offering. Okay. because we still got to do the animal oracle that I'm going to pull for you. But first, we got to do something. Let's see real quick. What's today? Today's what, the 9th, the 8th, something like that. Still the beginning of the month. Okay, so what can Scorpio expect from their person for the remainder of this month? What can Scorpio expect from their person for the remainder of this month? What kind of energy can Scorpio expect from their person in or around their person for the remainder of the month? Scorpio. What can you expect out of your person, Scorpio? That's what we're going to find out. That's what I'm asking. Because everybody else ain't going to know that. Besides you and Scorpio, Sagittarius, I owe y'all something. I don't really owe y'all shit, really. But this is me making up for last week because, you know, I'm trying to do right. Okay? So what can Scorpio expect from their person for the rest of the month? What kind of energy can they expect from their person for the rest of November? And I feel like this is just helping because, yeah, you can expect the kind of energy that they're in. They're disappointed. So we have the 8 of Swords, okay? Your person is mentally imposed. Why? Because they want an equal give and take. They want a higher level of commitment. They want marriage with you, and they feel like you are holding back. So that makes them disappointed, and it feels them forced. That makes them feel forced to have to move and sell away from karma waters, okay? But even though they want this reconciliation, they want to choose you just like you do. You stress them out and make them confused, and they not sure about you, so they gonna be walking away. That's the energy that you're going to be dealing with them. Now, that's the energy they're going to be in. Not necessarily saying they're going to be following through with it. Because you are trying to fix this, right? You want to marry them too, right? You're going back and figuring out and fixing shit. Realizing communication is where y'all start. So, they want to sell in the calmer waters. They want to sell with you, preferably. But if they have to sell without you, that's just what they're going to have to do. Because people have to love themselves, enough to not let people just do them any old kind of way. To make them feel imposed and confused mentally. You see what I'm saying? So whether it's you or your person, what this says your person, you make them feel imposed. Mentally, you make them confused and stuck. That's not cool. They don't want that, okay? What is this person going to be doing about this 8 of Swords for Scorpio? What's Scorpio's person going to be doing with the 8 of Swords here? They're going to be thinking. They're feeling stuck, I feel like. They're going to be thinking like, okay, they're imposed. They're really thinking about mentally imposed, really thinking like, can they trust you? Are you the devil? Can you be left behind? Like they really are stuck in their thoughts about you being the devil or you being the star. Are you a star? Are you the devil? Are you the, they're confused. Okay, why is the Hierophant here for Scorpio's person? They would love to marry you and be with you, but they just don't know at this point. I feel like they just not sure. They're not sure who to believe about you. So they cut you off for now. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. They're stuck. Or now this imposing could be fear. Now the energies could have reversed. Now after you doing all this fear, now it's their turn to be scared. Okay, but they're mentally imposed with fear because they don't want to have to assess and reassess anymore. They're willing to cut that off in order to have this higher level of commitment, and they're going to be communicating. It's going to be messages back and forth about that. How they're not going to be stuck in dealing with this. They'll cut it off first because they don't want to deal with nobody who's stingy. 4 of Wands and 4 of Pentacles holding back. Why is the 4 of Pentacles here for Scorpio's person? They saying you stingy, Scorpio. That's what they saying. And they just want to be happy. And they don't got time to be trying to figure out. They don't got time to be want to figure they don't have time to figure it out. That's what they're doing. They're following their intuition and leaving this shit out. That's what they're doing. Your person. They love you. They absolutely love you. And they want to choose you. They want to be victorious. And they want to have a next step with you. They want to see fruition. And they know for sure, without a reasonable doubt, this is what they want. Marriage with you. Because you are their wish fulfillment, but you have hurt them. So they're making decisions to follow their intuition and cut your ass off because they don't have. Because guess what? They've had all the disappointment that they can take. Okay? And they're going to stop focusing on these two cards in front of them, which is you and them. These three cups in front of them is you and them and they big mess that y'all all got made. Okay? So they're going to stop focusing on these cards, these cups that are in front of them still, and start focusing on the ones behind them. That's if you don't get your ass in here and get your shit together and pull this back off. Pull this back together. It's the balls in your court, Scorpio, and we know that you know that. 5 of Cups. Why does your person feel 5 of Cups? Because you constantly leave them in the cold. Because they can't trust you. You in and out. 1 minute you want to love them, and the next minute you're done. Yeah, that's what it is. You hold back yourself. Look at that. 4 of Pentacles in reverse. They disappointed because you are withholding. You make them confused. You make them feel like an option. You make them think that you're holding back, that you got stuff to hide. You make them feel like you have a snake in this cup that you've loved, that you call love. You make them feel betrayed, hurt, stabbed in the back. They just want reciprocity and equal give and take. You make them feel like they over giving and under receiving. You make them stress the fuck out. Scorpio, what the fuck is this? Get the fuck on. Come. Psh, psh, psh. This is me smacking the fuck out you. Like, this is not okay. A person loves you. I don't like this. It makes me upset at you, Scorpio, because I know what it's like to be in this situation. I'm the fucking Pisces, huh? I don't got time for this, Scorpio. We ain't gonna do this. Why is this person? What's this person doing? They getting the fuck away from you. I can tell you that right now. They're getting the fuck away from you, and they mean business. So if you want to overturn this, Scorpio, you might have something. You might get the big bangs out because it's over. It's really over. And you might think, oh, well, they always saying that. We always doing this. No, it's different this time. And I'm telling you, especially if you're dealing with a Pisces, I'm telling you, it's not the same this time. They tired. Okay? They tired of overgiving and undergetting. Like, we done with that. We done with that. And I'm going to tell you what they doing. Exactly what they doing. They out. They're walking away. You know why? They're walking away from you. Because they want a future. They don't want to be imposed mentally. They want to follow their path and have something that they can have and hold for the rest of their life, okay? They want somebody that's going to take action and show up and be somebody and be there for them. They want somebody that can give them potential and make them inspired and make them feel like there is a future and give into the love. They don't want this. They don't want this love that's not going to be genuine. It's not going to be soulmate. It's not going to sell them in the calmer waters. Before they deal with that, they will walk away from your ass. I'm telling you. And that's you being walked away from on the bottom. They'll walk away from reconciliation. They'll walk away from this deep connection. They'll walk away from this stress. They'll leave it because it's all attached to demonic energy. It's attached to devil. So before they let that happen, they'll walk the fuck away. That's your person, especially if you're dealing with a Pisces. They chucking up the deuces. So you about to get this shit together. You about to get this shit together. You about to lose. That's what's about to happen. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not trying to be harsh with you. I mean it in the most honest possible way. And if you're dealing with a Pisces, you believe me when I tell you, because I'm a Pisces. And I'm sick. I'm not dealing with no Scorpio, but I have had the person I was dealing with did have Scorpio in their chart, and they were very fucking fixed. Okay? People just, they never realize what the fuck they got into is gone. And don't you be that person, Scorpio, because that's where you're headed. That's where you're headed. Because when Pisces start meaning business like this, they tried several times. Several times. Okay? So with that being said, we got to move on and get you the Animal Oracle out. Because that's the last thing we're doing before we close out this week. Okay? Let's see what kind of Animal Oracle we got for you this week. Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio, please. Messages for Scorpio, please. One message to get for Scorpio. Okay, 2 came out. See the bigger picture. Giraffe spirit is on the bottom. Let spirit be your guide. And I feel like that's what you're going to be doing this week. You're going to be trusting in the magic, Scorpio. Why? Because you love this person. And do you want them to cut you out? Hell no, because then you're going to be looking like this. No, you don't want them to cut you out. You absolutely don't. So you realize that you don't know what to do. You don't know the fucking answer. So the only thing you can do is surrender. Surrender to divine. Trust in the magic. That's the only thing you can do. And guess what? Have you been letting spirit guide you? I don't feel like you have been, but I feel like you're a Gary Start. You're Gary Start because you're realizing that you don't know the fucking answers. They're supernatural. and you can't fucking figure it out. That's what you're realizing. That you don't know the answers. You don't know how to fix everything. You don't know how to do everything, but you do know how to admit when you're wrong. You realize that you are wrong this time, Scorpio. And you don't want to let this love pass you by. You really don't. You were wrong, and you might have acted in ways that this person didn't understand or they didn't deserve. And I feel like that's not really you, Scorpio. And in order for you to let this person see that that's not who you really are, you're going to have to get in there and you're going to have to show them. Because right now, they're looking at you like you're toxic and like you're the devil. Why? Because you have not let spirit guide you. Okay, you have not been letting God's steps guide you. So therefore, you've been making some mistakes, which we all do. But when you let spirit guide your steps, you see that they're much smoother and they're much more keen. The steps you've been taking have been making up a big ass mess for you that you now got to clean up, because you're not just trusting in the magic and taking spirit's steps that he wants you to take. But going forward, I feel like you're going to be trusting in the magic. This is going to be something new for you. Something different, might be a little supernatural to you, but I feel like you're going to be doing it. I feel like you're finally going to be opening up to realize that this world is not exactly what you thought it might be. Okay, that there are things out here that's capable of happening and capable of being, and energy is magnificent. Okay, you're learning a lot. Okay, so I just feel like you're going to be letting go of resistance, letting go of feeling the need to control the situation. You're going to be just letting spirit guide your steps, and you're going to be trusting in magic, because you're going to be realizing that there is a greater good out here. There is a purpose more greater than yourself, and you're going to be realizing how to fall in line, how to ride the wave. Okay, so with that being said, Scorpio, that's what I got for you this week. And if it resonated with you, go and thumbs up the video, okay? Helped you out. I hope it helped you out. I hope it helped you out. I hope it helped you out, because you got to get your shit together. If your person's feeling like that, it's a problem. They gotta be chucking up these deuces to you, okay? Get it together, Scorpio. You probably needed to hear that. Anyway, that's what I got for y'all this week. Love y'all. Namaste. I'll see you next time, okay? Peace.